Good morning, students. Today we will learn something about microorganisms. In this, we will study about the cleaning, how the microorganisms help in cleaning the environment, and how they can also be harmful. Cleaning the environment, you must have seen gardeners collecting waste of plants, vegetables, fruits from nearby houses and gardens, and then they put it in a pit which is meant for decomposition. After some time, the waste gets decomposed and got converted into manure. Now there are two pots. You will have to take two pots. Half fill them with the pot with soil. Mark them as pot A and B. In pot A, you will add the plant waste, mix it well. In pot B, we will add polythene bags, broken plastic toys, broken glass bottles, and mix it well. These will be kept aside for say 3 to 4 weeks. It is observed that in pot A, the waste got decomposed. In pot B, there was no change. The reason behind this that the microorganisms could act on the plant waste which was kept in pot A, but it could not act in the waste that was kept in pot B. Organic matter. Many a times you must have seen large amounts of dead organic matter in the form of decaying plants and sometimes dead animals on the ground. You will see that they will disappear after some time. कुछ समय बाद में वो disappear कर जाते हैं. कारण है This is because the microorganisms decompose dead organic waste of plants and animals, convert them into simple substances. These substances are then again used by plants and animals. So thus we can see that microorganisms help in the role of cleaning environment and they remove the harmful smelly substances. Now coming to the harmful microorganisms. They are harmful in many ways. Some of the microorganisms cause disease in human beings, plants and animals. The disease-causing microorganisms are called as pathogens. Some microorganisms spoil the food, clothing and leather. Disease-causing microorganisms in humans. Pathogens enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink or the food we eat. They can also get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person or they are carried through an animal. Now, microbial disease that can be spread from infected person to a healthy person, that can be through air, water, the food we eat or physical contact. All of these are called communicable disease. Now, examples of communicable disease like you have cholera, common cold, chickenpox and tuberculosis. When a person is suffering from, say, common cold, influenza, etc., sneezes, the fine droplets of moisture carry thousands of viruses in the air. The virus then enter a healthy person while breathing. There is a simple question, how can we protect ourselves? Simply, we can just cover our mouth. The infected person can cover the mouth while they are sneezing. Carriers of disease causing microbes. There are many insects and animals which act as carriers of disease. Housefly is one of such an example. It carries many diseases. Pathogens stick to the body. It sits on garbage and animal excreta. Pathogens stick to their bodies, and when the fly sits on uncovered food, they may transfer the pathogens. Whoever eats the contaminated food falls sick. So it is advisable to keep the food covered at all times. Another carrier of disease is the female Anopheles mosquito, which acts as a carrier for the malaria. Then another one yet is the female Aedes mosquito, which acts as the carrier of dengue virus. How can we control the spread of malaria or dengue? All mosquitoes breed in water and hence one should not let water collect anywhere in coolers, tires, flower pot, etc. We can keep our environment clean and dry to prevent mosquitoes from breeding. Mosquitoes breeding can be controlled by spraying kerosene. We can make use of a mosquito net. Now here is table 2.1. You can see that there are 4 columns. First one is the human disease. Second is the causative microorganism. Third is mode of transmission. And fourth is the preventive measure. I will just read one in each. Tuberculosis. Causative microorganism is bacteria. Mode of transmission is air. And preventive measure is keep the patient in complete isolation. Keep the personal belongings to the patient away from those of the others. Vaccination can be given at an early age. Now let us have one viral disease, chickenpox. Causative agent is virus. It is by air and contact, and preventive measure is similar to the first one. Coming to cholera, this is a bacterial. It is spread via food, water or food. We can maintain personal hygiene and good sanitary habits, consume properly cooked food and bottled drinking water. Vaccination. Hepatitis B. It is causative microorganism is virus. It is spread through water. Drink boiled drinking water. So you can similarly do for malaria. Malaria, causative agent is protozoa. However, the mode of transmission is the mosquito which acts as the carrier. And you can read the preventive measures. Disease causing microorganisms in animals. Several microorganisms not only cause disease in human and plants but also animals. For example, anthrax is a dangerous human and cattle disease caused by bacterium. Foot and mouth disease of cattle is caused by a virus. Several microorganisms cause disease in plants like wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple and others. The disease reduces the yield of the crops. Citrus canker, it is caused by bacteria. Mode of transmission is air. Rust of wheat, fungi, air and seeds. Yellow vein mosaic of bhindi, that is okra, it is caused by virus and carrier is insect. Food poisoning, you must have heard this term many a times. It is caused due to the consumption of food spoiled by a microorganism. These microorganisms grow on the food and convert them into toxic substances. This causes food poisoning and it causes serious illnesses, even death in some cases. So it is important to preserve the food and prevent its spoilage. References, as you know, images have taken from Wikipedia, and your Aglasem NCERT book class 8 science. Thank you.